Hey guys, John Campea here, and this is my quick review of the brand new comedy, The Big Sick. Now, the reason I say comedy like comedy is because it's really a whole lot more than that. It's very rare that you come across a comedy that's as emotionally satisfying as The Big Sick is, but I'll get into more of that in just a second. Now, The Big Sick is written by and stars Kumail Nanjiani as a stand-up comedian living in Chicago, trying to make it in the world of comedy, all while at the same time driving Uber to kind of pay the bills. And one night, he meets Emily at the comedy club. Emily played by Zoe Kazan in this film. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this relationship between Kumail and Emily, doesn't matter if it's a comedy, drama, whatever, is one of the most real, authentic, natural, and endearing pieces of on-screen chemistry I've seen in a movie in a long time. It's so natural that it doesn't even feel like you're watching a movie. I honestly felt like I was watching two of my closest friends meet and starting to fall for each other. Like, that's just how easily the movie flowed like that. And you find yourself rooting for them as a couple right away. Seriously, the on-screen chemistry between these two was insanely good. Not just the romance of it, but the friendship of it and the comedic back and forth between them two felt so real. It was almost a little bit eerie. Problem is, this isn't the traditional boy meets girl kind of comedy. See, Kumail lives in Chicago in the same city as his family, a very traditional Pakistani family who want nothing more for him, not just want, insist that he marries a Pakistani girl and somebody that they pick out for him. So you end up with a little bit of this guess who's coming to dinner feel where it's like Kumail has to constantly hide from his family that he's dating a white girl. And obviously the name of the film is The Big Sick, so a sickness comes along at some point, and I don't really want to go into that in the review. I'll let you experience that in the movie itself. What I do want to talk about is how brilliant this movie is, both comedically and dramatically. Let's start with the humor for a second. A lot of comedies, even the best of comedies, they feel like comedies. You can feel that the humor is structured and set up, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That works in many comedies. The comedy in The Big Sick doesn't feel like that, though. It feels so organic. And remember I was saying a little bit like when you're watching, Kumail and Emily on screen, it's not like you're watching two movie characters. You feel like you're watching a couple friends of yours. That's what the comedy in this movie is like. The comedy in this film feels like natural, organic conversations that you've had with some of the funniest people that you know. But it's also the way they handle the drama in the film. Yeah, you're laughing your guts out a lot throughout this movie, but you're also finding yourselves getting emotionally attached to these characters insanely quick. One of the real strengths of the film lies with the secondary characters, and there's several groups of secondary characters. You have Holly Hunter and Ray Romano as Emily's parents. You have Kumail's family as another group of secondary characters, and then you have another group of secondary characters which are Kumail's fellow comedian buddies. Every scene with Kumail and his family had me dying in tears of laughter. I could not believe how great these characters, first of all, the way they all interacted together. And it wasn't just Kumail, the traditional, the hero with his family and the hero's rolling eyes. No. There's so much great interaction there. And then at one point in the movie, Holly Hunter and Ray Romano show up, and they add another dimension to the film, both in terms of humor and drama. And this is not some safe little indie comedy either. There's a lot of very edgy jokes and edgy humor. Some of the stuff I won't even repeat, but that catch you so off guard that you think you're gonna choke on your popcorn like I almost had to get the Heimlich maneuver tonight. The Big Sick is everything as advertised. This is one of the best films of the year. I'm actually having a hard time right now deciding whether Baby Driver or The Big Sick is my number 2 best film of the year. It's that good. They're both just barely behind Logan, which is still to me the number 1 film of the year. But yeah, The Big Sick is as hyped. I'll go so far as to say it is the best romantic comedy since The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's been that many years since I've seen a romantic comedy that I thought was this good. Not often you can say that it is one of the funniest films I've seen in a long time and one of the most emotionally satisfying films at the same time. It's either usually one or the other. In this case, it's a great marriage of both. Are you getting the hint here? I really want you to go see The Big Sick. Get out and see it immediately. You will thank me that you did. Anyway, I want to know, once you have a chance to see it, jump to the comment section. Let me know what you thought of The Big Sick. Did you think it was as funny as I did, or do you think it's a little bit overhyped? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel for my daily podcasts and my thoughts on the movie news, and make sure you're following me on social media on Facebook and on Twitter, simply @John Campea. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me, and until next time, bye-bye.